So this is the Wawa selection. This is Wawa.
Those chicken tenders look sad.
Those are chicken tenders?
Yeah.
Okay, Wawa. Alright, so this is our selection that we got from Rutters of everything. You know, unlike Wawa, they actually had everything we were looking for. We'll plug that in.
So this is the Sheetz selection.
Oh, this actually was a better deal because you got 2 dogs, whereas Rutters was only 1 dog.
Yeah, put that over on the pod. Ready? Looking good. Hold on. Yes.
Saying pause, is that not natural when it's black?
No, it's not recording. Press stop. Press record again.
Check. Pap,
Working?
pip, 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 pip.
And then yeah, just take a little glance at it every so often. Looks like it's good though. Ready, set. Hello there. My name's Mike Hopes.
My name's Mike Andrews.
And I'm Tommy Kajak.
We're from the 717 Social Club podcast, and today we're going to be trying all types of food. Originally, the idea was we were going to do Sheetz versus Rutters versus Wawa. But then what happened, Tommy?
Wawa didn't have shit.
You son of a bitch, Wawa. I grew up with you in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, and you're going to do this to us? So most of the competition is going to be one-on-one matchups. We got a few triple threats in the works. I'm very excited. I'm very hungry.
Yeah, I am too. I think we could end up doing more frequent, like we'll just do one-on-ones, and then people can suggest maybe other fast food chains to go head-to-head.
Yeah, we can play it by ear. Let's start off with this first one. So how this is going to work, we're going to try different food items throughout the show. We're not going to know which is which, so we give our honest, unbiased opinion.
That's right.
Right off the bat, let's use Sheetz and Rutters as examples, since we got the most food items between the two. Which do you guys think you prefer the most?
I would say, I've always said that Sheetz is good in a pinch with a fryer. You know, some of their fried apps are delightful. But I think Wawa has better subs. And honestly, I've not really done a lot of Rutters food, so I've always wanted to try it. So today will be a learning experience for me.
And Tommy?
I'm a Sheetz guy through and through. Sheetz, I stop at Sheetz if I'm in a quick pinch and I need to grab something. Not opposed to any of the others, but I'm a Sheetz guy.
I used to be a Sheetz guy, but then I think their food got pricier as the years gone by and shittier, which isn't a good combination. Likewise, it always turned me off that they had to put their initials in front of everything, like Schmegels and Schwings and everything. But nonetheless, let's start with this first one. Let's notice the difference in pepperoni. Look at that. Huge difference.
Get the fuck out of the way. I need to eat.
All right, let's do this. Cheers, fellas.
I'm going in from the crust first.
Pizza number one, I like. It's pretty good.
I like it. It tastes a lot like maybe what an Elio's home pizza would taste like.
I'm getting a DiGiorno's vibe out of it.
Okay, I can see that.
Pepperoni, definitely crispy. A little wet for me, personally, the sauce. The second one looks like it was produced in a microwave. The cheese has congealed.
The differentiate, the line of demarcation between cheese and crust is a lot harder to find by this. So, and the pepperoni, look at my pepperoni, it's sitting up on the crust.
It's trying to escape the pizza. It's trying to flee, but the cheese sucked it back down.
I want to see what happens when you guys take a bite, because when Tommy took a bite, I thought he was going to break a tooth.
Well, I was soft.
Okay. He pulled it like rubber.
This definitely,
Yeah, it was a little harder.
This definitely tastes microwavable to me.
See, I'm liking the pepperoni on this pizza, but I'm liking the first pizza the better, overall flavor-wise.
It's tough. So the second one I think definitely tastes shittier. But just because something's shitty doesn't necessarily mean it's not as good. You know, like a McDonald's hamburger is a shitty hamburger, but it tastes better than a majority of the burgers out there because of all the artificial shit. With that being said, hold on.
But look, we needed another bite.
Look at the char on that pepperoni. That's
good?
That's a good char. That's in my opinion. That's a good char on the pepperoni there.
I'm gonna go with number one. My favorite of the two.
I'm gonna also say number one. I mean, this looks snazzier overall.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with number one. The dough seems to be seasoned as well.
Philip?
All right, you ready for the big reveal? Number 1 was from Rutters, and number 2 was from Sheetz.
Well, that was eye-opening.
Thank you, Phil, for helping us out with this.
No problem. But next up, you have hot dogs.
Nice cutting job, by the way. This couldn't have been an easy task.
Thank you, Phil.
So I know we wanted to get all the food options today the same to make it as fair as possible. So the same toppings. Usually I'm a mustard, onion, and pickle guy on my hot dogs. How do you guys eat your hot dogs?
Same. Actually,
I think
exactly the same.
mustard and onions is pretty my base. I don't mess around with the relish.
No ketchup?
No ketchup.
No ketchup?
No ketchup.
I knew I liked you guys. Philip?
I do ketchup.
Son of a bitch, that's why you're behind the camera.
So real quick, who's your favorite hot dog in general? And I'll start by saying mine's Yakko's.
Hot Dog Johnny guy, New
Ooh.
Jersey. Buttsville, it's a real name.
Are we gonna say like a establishment?
Yeah.
Texas Wieners, but that's all the way down in Philly.
I know Dasher Hatfield's favorite is Toby's. Got into many of a fights about it. So starting off the bat, number 1 has more onions on my end.
That's a big fat. Looks like a potato roll.
Look at this difference in onions and mustard. Not so much mustard on this one. This one.
Well,
Not
look at
looking so hot.
look at the Franken here though. The Franken.
Oh,
first
you look
one
at the
is-
different size difference.
Like this one looks like a cocktail weenie on steroids, and this one looks like it actually is an actual hot dog.
You bought the hot dogs
Yeah.
from Sheetz and Rutters. Did
yeah.
you say one came with 2 for the same price or something?
Yeah, so Sheetz that they're bonus buy, they do like 2 for $1.
How much was the Rutters hot dog?
I don't remember, maybe like $1.20 or something like
So
that.
Sheetz off the bat way cheaper.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
So 1 we go.
That's definitely that's got to be a potato roll. That gummy fatty.
Mm-hmm.
The hot dog itself, kind of underwhelming.
Hot dog's very bland.
Yeah.
I do like the consistency of it though. It tastes like a hot dog you'd microwave in a.
I thought the Frank itself was very meaty. I'm worried about this. I'm honestly worried about the second one, but we'll get to that in a moment. But
Was that air quotes you did? I didn't know if you subconsciously or purposely meant to say meaty.
I said meaty. Yeah, the mustard and onion were great, but I agree with Tommy. I think this is a potato roll, which is on my own personal preference. I do not like potato rolls.
So right off the bat, the size of this weenie, the consistency of this makes it look more like a pig in a blanket.
You
I
just
would
squish
say.
the shit out
I
of
would
it,
say
bud.
no,
Yeah.
not that much. It didn't
You-
take
you
much. I
fucked that
did
thing up.
this. I did this.
I will say when I was cutting it, it was
Wonderful
so
job.
mushy, easy to cut through. That second one, because there wasn't much to it. It felt like the bread consistency was different, the meat consistency was different.
So the dog,
Second one's bland too, kind of.
yeah, the second one's really surprisingly very bland.
I taste more bun because the weenie's so small.
Yeah, like you don't get
Yeah.
the mustard isn't like in your face. The onion is even like subdued.
I'm
That's
not.
weird.
I'm not going with number 1 again.
Yeah, I'm going number 1 as well.
Mike, do your taste buds agree with us, or on that Taco Bell kick from last episode?
I'm really tough. This is hard because I do not like potato rolls.
We finished one and not the others.
I did not finish the potato roll because, yeah. So I'm gonna give a slight edge to number 2.
Because of the potato roll?
Yeah.
If they switched rolls, would have been number 1?
Yes, absolutely. If whatever that was, if they changed the roll, I would give that one hands down.
Well, look at the girth of the dog. It's almost dog number 1 is almost double the thickness as dog number 2.
I'm interested to see which one's the Sheetz and the Rutters.
I'm gonna guess first because I have a feeling that number 1 was the Sheetz dog.
All right, so you think number 1 was the Sheetz
I
dog,
think number 1 was the
I
Sheetz.
mean,
and that's your
Sheetz-
favorite as well.
Yeah.
1.
Then one's my favorite.
One's your favorite as well?
Two's his favorite.
2 is my favorite.
And what do you think 1 is?
I think one's is probably Sheetz.
What do you think 1 is?
Well, I think I remember what they look like, and I think because of the menu option, I
Okay.
think I forget, but I think 1 was the Rutters dog.
So 1 is the Rutters dog,
Wow, okay.
and 2 is the Sheetz dog.
So, hey, to be fair, the size of the Frank might tell you why it was 2 for 1.
That's true.
That's how they're cutting down on bridges.
I mean, yeah. Would you? Here's another question. Would it be change your mind if you got 2 of the Sheetz dogs for the same price as one of the 1 Rutters dogs?
Thank you.
Like, is quantity of the two of the second dog the same as?
Neither one of them are that good to the point where I would choose whichever option's the cheapest
All right.
for the most amount. I mean, would you?
I think I would go $2. 2 dogs for $1 is better, especially without the potato roll.
I would take quality over quantity anytime.
All right.
2, 3.
Thank
So the one up top is your 1.
Oh my god.
Look at that plate. Just get a good look at show the camera that.
Yeah, we'll get Phil once he's done.
It looks like
being a waiter. Thank you, Phil.
Looks like an
Sandberg.
abstract painting right here.
Look at this. Look, third grade me would be so pumped right now.
Look at the quality of breading though. This is like a nice like crispy, fluffy breading. This is that like very dough heavy breading, and then this is like a nice kind of in between, but it still kind of has that soft, mooky consistency.
You know, looking at this, I would be confused. I thought you'd be pulling a little trick on me because based on the breading of the first one, that looks more like it could be a fish stick or a chicken tender. The middle one I agree. That's got a good flaky crust on it, and then the third one is, I'm going to say it's got your more typical battered.
First one looks like
chicken.
a fried shrimp. Very
Yeah,
small.
right? Seafood.
Second one looking pretty good. A little more breading on it. Could be hiding a piece of chicken that's not the best. Third one is the most consistent with breading and size. Right off the bat, the third one looks the most appetizing to me.
I'd say number 2 looks the best, but I'm ripping them apart as you are, Mike, and doing cross section. The chicken quality, when you do that, the third one does look like it has the best.
One has a little bit of a kick to it.
So we're doing this the first one,
Yeah,
right?
first one will add a little bit of a kick to it.
All right.
Yay, nay?
I'm still not sure if it's fish or chicken.
So the first one has a kick to it, but it has that very processed consistency, almost like it was like the milled, ground up,
It definitely
mushy, pasty, formed tender.
definitely seems like something. It seems like I just got out of my freezer and put it into a microwave.
And I jumped ahead a little bit here. I'm on number 2 already.
2 is killer.
2 is good.
2 is good.
It's a very buttery, but like look at it, like it's actual stringy pieces of chicken. Like that is legit stringy chicken compared to again what this one looks like, which is again like the pasty. That's just
Like a
paste
chicken nugget in
formulated-
big
yeah,
form.
nugget. Yeah. However, number 2, my opinion, tastes more like a commercial chicken nugget than number 1 did. I think it's the breading on number 1 that makes number 1 to me taste a little bit better.
I love number 2.
Yeah. Should we move on to 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, you get the nice real chicken. Oh, way more crunch. Way more hearty.
It seems like there's actual chicken in here.
Yeah.
I can actually taste the chicken.
It actually has that like oil flavor too, like that, like it was fried with a bunch of chicken that day kind of flavor.
I think number 3 has the better chicken for me. Number 2 has the better breading.
Number 3 to me tastes like, if I go all the way back to like a family dinner at a restaurant, it tastes like what would be on the kids menu.
Between the Taco Bell episode and this episode, this might be the only plate I would almost finish. 1 is my least favorite. My favorite's going to be number 2. Just by a smidge, number 3 would be second place for me.
What about these
Smidge.
sauces?
Well, what do you think of the chicken tenders first?
I'm going to say my order would be number 2 would be my favorite, number 3 with agreed to the quality of the chicken, and then the number 1 would be my least favorite.
2, 3, 1.
and I'm gonna go.
Same.
And I'm gonna go. Number 3 is my favorite. 2 is second, and 1's my least. And I'm gonna try guessing on this too, as far as who they're from.
All right.
So I'm gonna guess. Number 3 was Sheetz. I'm gonna guess number 1 was Rutters, and number 2 was Wawa.
I'm going 1 Wawa, because I think Wawa's been a disappointment so far. Number 2, oh fuck. Number 2, I'll say, let's go Rutters. Number 3, I'll say Sheetz.
And I'm going to be different than both of you. I'm going to say, agree that number 1 is Wawa, number 2 I'm going to say is Sheetz, and 3 I'm going to say is Rutters.
You have it correct, sir.
Wow.
Those taste buds.
Made up for that game that I did terribly on the 2 Truths and a Lie, right?
Yeah. That's crazy. So, Phil, what are the sauces that...
So what I tried to do to put next to each one are the sauces that it came with. So that first one, that like lighter orangey
is
sweet and
for
sour,
the Wawa
is
one?
for the Wawa one.
All
Yeah.
right, let's try, fellas. This looks like a tangy orangey sauce.
Looks like teriyaki or something. Or
Like a duck sauce. Is that what
Still
it's called?
tastes shitty. No amount of sauce that they use can make that tender taste good. It's the smallest of the two of all of them too, by far. Like the size difference was uncanny.
Yes.
Oh, it has a kick to it too.
I see some red pepper in that sauce, so that's what you're probably tasting.
Yeah, they're just a duck saucy kind of spicy kind of flavor.
Sweet
on that.
chili Thai or something.
Something.
So number 2 is the Sheetz one or the Rutters?
2 is the Sheetz.
And then which sauces correlate with them?
The bundle of the 3.
Oh, okay. So we got the...
Looks like a nacho cheese, a barbecue, and a... I don't know, maybe that's a buffalo?
I think the number.
Oh, no, this one is their Dr. Pepper barbecue, which
Okay.
is delicious.
All right, let's give it with a Dr. Pepper.
These I remember it being good. What do you think?
I'm going to sue this doctor for malpractice because I'm not a fan
You
of
don't like it?
No.
Are you tasting any Dr. Pepper? Like
No,
that's-
none at
okay.
all.
I definitely think the Dr. Pepper is more of a marketing thing. I don't taste any Dr. Pepper flavor, but it's like a little sweet, a little spicy. Tommy?
Of course, I'm always going to go hot because I'm a spice fanatic. I like their buffalo. Dr. Pepper's overly sweet, and then whatever the orangish one is, it's okay.
Let's try the orange sauce real quick.
This is the, isn't this their Boom Boom? Or their,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, boom boom. Good sauce rules.
Is it hot? Is it...
Very hot. It tastes very much like spicy mayo on sushi.
Okay.
I think this is the sauce for everyone. It's got, the right amount of heat.
Should run for president. Sauce for everyone.
It's every man's sauce. I'm a fan.
Finally, number 3. I guess this is buffalo, and this is the Bada Bing signature sauce. I'm going to skip the buffalo. I'm going to go with the Bada Bing. We got the 2 orange flavors. Which one's going to win? Bada Bing's definitely more spicy than the Boom. I'm gonna go with the Bada Bing sauce.
I'm actually getting crunch out of that last bite.
Which you guys like better, Bada Bing or the Boom? It's funny that one's called Bada Bing and the other's called Boom, right?
I
Bada
honestly
Bing or
think-
Bada
Yeah.
Boom Boom?
All right? I'm
I
also
think
going
they
to
taste almost
say,
identical.
I'm going to say the Boom with a slight edge on the spice.
Yeah, absolutely. Ugh. My stomach's like hurting from all the Taco Bell and what Sheetz that we just ate. I haven't eaten fast food in a month, and I came out of retirement for this.
Fun fact, after we finished the Taco Bell episode, I did clean up the rest of my food. So
Yes, you did.
I was enthralled. Although this chili cheese dog in front of us right now is a little daunting.
Yeah, so we're into the chili cheese dogs now.
We're back to 2 choices on the chili cheese dog.
Because
with
Wawa didn't have shit.
Yeah, I thought they did have it. Let's take a look at this. I guess this is chili. You can't really tell what it is. Yours actually looks the most composed. Mine looks like the wild man of the chili hot dog
You
world.
keep fucking molesting the shit out of
Dude,
it.
I didn't do that much to it. You keep accusing me of food tampering, playing favorites. This one looks a little bit cleaner, kind of shittier on the chili. That's number 2. 2 definitely doesn't have as much chili as number 1. Can we?
yeah, two to me has more chili than number 1. Yeah, is that what you said?
Nah, mine's opposite.
Okay.
Let's try number 1 out. I like it. It's smooth.
I think there's like an artificial flavor to it that I can't do. I would not eat the rest of that dog.
It's first mouthfeel to me is a little mushy,
Yeah.
and maybe that's
understand.
because it's been here for a little bit. But giving them equal time here, I'd say that first one was mushy.
Let's do number 2. Oh, I'm interested to see if you guys can tell because of the rolls. You guys might be able to tell the difference.
I remember.
Where I was just thinking that might already be the giveaway.
I don't taste the difference.
How's the chili between the 2 of them? Now that you've taken both
Yeah,
bites, how's the
I think
chili
that's the
itself?
distinction
No,
here.
the chili's definitely better on the Rutters dog, which is the fat one.
Yeah, I'll go with number 2 as well, being the better chili dog.
I like the chili better on the first one, actually. The cheese and chili ratio and proportions on the second dog are better. I just think, to me, the first one's chili is better. However, I don't really see, I see a trace amounts of nacho cheese on that one, not what I was expecting.
So when I was doing the pictures for this episode, They're both very secretive on what pictures were like uploaded to the site. Like you'd see people take photos of their food,
Right.
But both places, like they almost know their food is going to be shitty, so they try to hide evidence of that. So this is the pizza from Rutters, which had the most
Actually,
pepperoni.
that looks a lot like it. Pepperoni is a little insincere.
The only picture I can find of the Wawa chicken tenders was the one on the sandwich, which I can only assume they're doing that so they can hide how small they are.
But that's what they look like.
Yeah, but they look more appetizing there because they're being hidden by the sandwich.
I would agree with that.
It's a secret. They're like, oh no, we got chicken tenders. Look how big and juicy they are.
Marketing, man.
I would say you're a liar, Wawa. You're a liar.
Thank you. I would agree. And just putting some tomatoes and putting it on a piece of French bread or whatever that is.
So I couldn't find any pictures of the chicken tenders from Rutters. From Rutters. So I just found pictures of their fried shrimp, which, to be honest, looks almost identical to their chicken.
I think if you flattened those shrimp out, if you uncurled them, they would look
can't
exactly
tell that
like.
much at all. Their hot dogs are very misleading, though.
No grill marks on those hot dogs, from
Look,
what I witnessed.
And just so people don't think I'm a liar, here's the Wawa hot dog that they supposedly didn't have. in
Didn't
stock.
have it on the menu.
No, not at all. And then we have the Sheetz hot dog. The Rutters had the smaller dog, right?
No, Rutters had a bigger dog.
Yeah, Rutters was the more plump of the two dogs.
They had the bigger
Well,
dog and the
according to
potato roll.
their picture, Sheetz has a mighty big hot dog. Look at that difference.
Oh yeah, that is definitely
Wait,
not.
what was that aura? Look at that thing glow.
That's beautiful.
That's a hot dog.
That's like
aura.
that's a hot dog glisten right there.
I like the little protective outer shell that it has. All right, so this is the final one. Thank God, because my stomach is trying to fight itself. Look at how gross this plate looks. I'm not looking forward to this whatsoever. We have 3 different types of cheesesteaks. If you want to get up under here, Phil, I'll examine these. Look how fucking gross this looks. Oh man, my stomach is hating me. This one's so sad. Number 2 is so sad looking.
I'm getting a very nice, like, quality provolone cheese.
Yeah,
on
that
them all
third?
for one of those, yeah.
The
I think
third
it's-
one has the provolone cheese. You can see it in there. The meat
yeah.
quality almost looks the same in all of them, I'd say. This one looks a little bit more. Number 2 looks like it's been grinded up a little bit
Yeah,
more.
it's a little more. I mean, that's the whole thing. If you like your meat like more chopped into finer pieces, or you want that. Number 1 has some big.
To me,
pieces of
though,
meat.
the higher quality of meat, the less you want to cut it up.
That's true.
You're not trying to hide it and bamboozle yourself with all. Number 2 doesn't have any red sauce, and we know Wawa, of course, didn't have marinara sauce because apparently you don't have anything. Wawa, you son of a bitch! You trying to ruin my show? You talked to one of my ex-girlfriends? Anyways, number 3 though, not very much marinara sauce on it at all.
Mine is it has definitely more marinara sauce on the mine than my number 2. My number 3 is sauced and cheesed. My number 2 is, I mean, Phil, you can see like I don't see a lick of sauce in this one at all.
Well, the second one has Wawa didn't have any sauce.
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, sauce
So
was
he
not
didn't
an
know that
option
one,
at
so
all.
he could have given his honest opinion.
All right, let's try number 1 first. Sorry, stomach. My stomach's fighting itself right now.
But what did you think of this taste? Just in general, the taste of number
The
1.
bread to me is overpowering. I taste the bread more than I do the meat and the marinara. I don't taste the cheese whatsoever. Marinara is a little bit too sweet for me.
Yeah, I'm going to agree that the I got substantially more bread flavor than any meat, and then the marinara is insanely sweet. Wow, spit it out. Of all the food you ate today, you spit that out.
That was worse than Taco Bell.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
That's offensive in so many ways. I also agree. I feel like the bread was very dense in addition to having a very strong initial mouthfeel and profile. So
Let's try the Wawa one, boys. You can definitely taste the meat because it's not hidden by the marinara sauce.
Very salty.
Extremely salty. Meat tastes better than the first one because you actually at least taste the meat.
Yeah, very strong meat flavor on that one.
Let's see number 3 with the only one that you can actually see provolone on it.
Very soft bread on the third.
Third one has the best bread out of the 3.
Man, that cheese smells so good.
Agreed? Mm-hmm. Number 3, best bread.
It's quality, but I like number 2's breads a little bit
I
better.
like the dramatic.
Right. He was enjoying his experience.
Which one has the favorite bread for you?
Number 2.
I thought Wawa would have the better bread, but I think number 3 is better bread.
I think number 3 is good with the presentation on the cheese. The bread, the meat is still good. It's not over salted. For me, this is a hands down 3 being the best.
Yeah, I'd go with number 3.
I'd actually go with number 2. I'd go with Wawa.
Wawa.
Yeah. Even though it doesn't have the marinara, I can go either way on that. But
So the true battle then is Rutters versus Sheetz. Which one of the 2 did you like better? I'm saying number 3.
Which one is?
I don't know.
Number 1 and
yeah, good
number
point.
1 and number 3. I like number 3. Over
I like number 3
Yeah.
over number 1. And I'm gonna guess number 1 was the Sheetz and number 3 was the Rutters.
What was your favorite one?
Number 3, and I'm going to guess that is the Sheetz. So,
Yeah, 3 probably is the Sheetz one. If we want to look at this picture real quick, I don't think it gives anything away. This is the Rutters one, which as you can see, they expose the meat. The quality of the picture's not the best. But you know, who knows? Maybe the camera was an 8-bit camera, like a Super Nintendo. This one was the Sheetz one. Best picture by far between the 2 of them. Again, pops out a little bit. And then this one is my favorite one. This is the Wawa one. And the Wawa one looks like it knows it's the shittiest of all of them. So it's like hiding behind the meatball. It's like, hey, it's like so Wawa can advertise they got cheesesteaks. They don't want anyone to go there for the cheesesteak.
true.
So it's like hiding behind the meatball. Phil, can you get the results?
So 1 was the Sheetz.
Whoa.
2 was the Wawa, as we know, because they didn't have marinara sauce, and then 3 was Rutters.
Nice.
I keep wanting to say Rutters.
So overall, did
Rutters.
we choose Rutters over Sheetz most of the time?
You did. You
Yeah,
did.
it seems like we're all Rutters on board with Rutters.
How do you feel? You want to? You were a Sheetz guy before, but obviously that's psychological. You have anything to say to Sheetz? Tommy, please, the stage is all yours.
Yeah, I'll frequent Rutters when I have the opportunity. Fuck it. Yeah, Sheetz. You missed the mark on a couple of these things.
Yeah, now I'm gonna have to ask a question just because I have never put marinara on a cheesesteak, and I always call it steak and cheese.
It's called red sauce,
Oh, excuse me,
boy.
red sauce. My apologies. Like, is that really a thing? I mean, I've done ketchup
I'd say
mayo.
so.
Like,
It is. I mean, speaking as, going and having a lot of the Philadelphia cheesesteaks, which is, I'd say, the mecca of cheesesteaks, right?
Yeah, well, I think yeah, go ahead.
No, I think that there is an option at most of the cheesesteak places in Philly to offer sauce, which it's usually, with or without, onions, but sauce is offered generally.
Well, I think there's only one thing left to do. One way to make this cheesesteak manageable, and that's if we take this meat and we put it on this one, and then we take this marinara sauce and we combine it together.
Like you're an animal.
And then we combine the bread, and then we eat it this way.
Mike, oh my God.
Thank you guys for watching this piece of shit show. Bye.
Oh.
That was fun.